I also have been locked out of my account, and I am not deleting the tweet. So if this means I can never use Twitter again...
I knew it! I knew it! I didn't want to say it. I should have said it at the start. Oh, man. I was like, I bet you this is like Jordan Peterson or Charlie Kirk or Tucker. All of them. They get locked out of their accounts, and then it's like, I refuse. I refuse to delete the tweet. It's like, you babies. You're all babies. What worlds do you live in? Violating the rules. Posting or sharing privately produced and distributed intimate media. No shit. Yes. Of course. What the f***? What did you expect?
Why don't you go ahead and strike that video down? You know, why don't you go...
She did. Clearly. Or someone did. It's gone now. It has been struck. Again, you were on screen, you were showing footage of the Internet Archives. I don't know what to say about this one. I don't know what's happening yet. Yesterday someone's like, hey, did you know the quartering got banned on Twitter? And I was like, what? And then I was like, no, he didn't. He's right here. He's not banned. He's there. He's not gone. But apparently he's banned because there's now a hashtag that's trending because they got a hashtag to trend free the quartering. Geeks and Gamers says, the quartering has helped more content creators than anyone, and now he needs help, including me. Hopefully, they don't forget that. This Twitter ban is beyond ridiculous. I know what you're trying to say, but it's weird the way you did it. It sounds like you also need help, including me. I need help too. Anyways, hashtag free the quartering. It was trending, you know, they made it trend. Well done. It's a thing. I think it's about money.
I want some more.
What?
Please, sir. I want some more.
What's going on?
If you don't know the pattern, by the way, so the quartering has what I would call a grift cycle, and he moves through a whole bunch of different ones. Sometimes it's, hey, they're demonetizing my channel. Hey, they're coming after me. Hey, all these leftists are trying to cancel me. Hey, I'm speaking out about free speech, but instead I'm getting the boot. Like all this kind of shit. He'll do that, and then right away be like, and only you can help me. So I need you all to sign up for this email list here, sign up here. And they do it. Fucking thousands of people sign up for his email list that I'm sure he just sells to third parties. And then afterwards he'll be like, hey, I'm going to be giving out prizes. Some of you will even be able to get some things, whatever you need to help you out in these hard times. Some of you might get candy. Some of you can get like some toys. I'll get you candy and toys. So sign up for the email list so I can get you all this candy and toys. Just like weird shit, but it works. As long as it keeps working, as long as he keeps doing these cycles and a whole bunch of people are suddenly like, oh yeah, well, I mean, I gotta help out my boy, you know, things are rough.
Number one, Jeremy here from the quartering, and well, I want to first thank you all for using the hashtag free the quartering on Twitter, as well as hashtag free Brittany Venti. It actually was trending yesterday, which I couldn't.
I didn't know Brittany Venti was part of this.
I literally can't access my Twitter, but things have taken kind of a darker turn, a more frustrating turn, a more...
My favorite quartering moment was when he was called the dipshit by Solid Snake's voice actor. I love when Geeks and Gamers and the quartering and all those other fucking, you know, straight up white supremacist style pop culture dudes encounter their heroes, and their heroes are just like, so fuck you. Yeah, fuck, I mean, yeah, fuck Nazis, fuck you. You know, kind of. It's great. It's a great recurring theme.
As literally, Twitter has denied my appeal. I was told by a lot of people, hey, Elon's looking into this, and you know, this isn't going to go away. The more or this will go away quickly, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that this actually might be permanent because of what Twitter taking action would mean about all the stock that they put into this fake hero, Eliza Blue. I'm going to discuss a little bit about...
So the fact that it's the quartering versus Eliza Blue is, once again, yet another right-wing Civil War moment. Eliza Blue is like, Eliza Blue has spoken out, I believe, as a victim of human trafficking and potentially a victim of sexual assault as well, obviously against those things and as an advocate against those, but has also, since the takeover of Twitter by Elon Musk, been, you know, certainly interacting with a lot more right-wing figures, shall we say. And so it's like, it's no surprise that eventually the quartering would go head-to-head with something like
everything that she has done, and why I think probably my ban will remain permanent after a quick word from this video sponsor, Sheath. Huge.
Yes, I want to learn more about the underwear that you're selling quartering.
Conservative pundits talk about this woman. Don't they all kind of say the same thing? They all say, oh yeah, she's done great work and I really respect her. What work? Like legitimately, what work? I can't get an answer out of anybody what this woman has done to help victims. Now, that is not me saying she hasn't done anything. I'm just saying literally everybody says the same thing. Tim, Jack Posobiec, all these conservative talking heads are like, oh, she's done a lot of great work to help victims. What?
Wow. Okay, so we got a lot to learn here, obviously. I'm not completely familiar. So the Daily Wire has an article. Anti-sex trafficking activist Eliza Blue tells Ben Shapiro the cause has a powerful new ally. Eliza Blue told the Daily Wire's Ben Shapiro she has a powerful new ally in her long-running fight to purge Twitter of child predators, the new owner. Blue, a sex trafficking survivor and victims advocate, has been working with Elon Musk to scrub the platform of creeps and sickos, something critics say pre-Musk Twitter content policies failed to prioritize. So what's wild about this is it's the exact opposite of this. Like, I'm saying Eliza Blue is not a victim or has not suffered or is not an advocate. None of that. I'm saying Elon Musk specifically telling people that he has suddenly done this purge of Twitter and made things so much better, and now we're really going after the child sex traffickers. The entire trust and safety team is gone. They were the ones in large part that were making recommendations directly to the problem of human trafficking of children. So no, you have not made things dramatically safer, Elon. Not by any metric. I've been in close communication with Elon Musk, she said of the self-described chief twit, who tweeted last month that keeping child predators off the platform is his top priority. Blue, now 41, was an advocate for the victims of sex trafficking before revealing her own story in 2020 in a dramatic interview with the Daily Wire. She was 18 when she moved to LA with the dream of becoming a star, but a man who promised to help her make it big instead sold her into the sex trade, and her life spiraled. She told Shapiro she got out for a time, but then fell back into drugs and prostitution before reaching out for help and turning her life around. Blue's decision to tell her own story to the Daily Wire 2 years ago lent urgency to what she said was a particularly dangerous time in early days of COVID lockdowns. Preteens and teens at home with their parents for days on end due to school closures will be groomed by predators online. They will be promised a better life if they run away. The national average runaway is trafficked within 48 hours of leaving home. Perverts and pedophiles use Twitter to post extremely disturbing images and videos of children being abused. The criminals behind these efforts are often able to stay one step ahead of the platform's algorithms, creating new accounts in order to post illegal content. Critics have long said Twitter wasn't doing enough to police such activity, however, and earlier this year, several major companies pulled their advertisements in protest. In January 2021, Blue took to Twitter to Jack Dorsey when the platform alleged refused to take down a disturbing video of a 13-year-old boy who had been trafficked. Since Dorsey followed her, she was able to direct message him, but she claims Twitter still didn't take down the video, which garnered more than 160,000 views and 2,000 retweets. Then she began to think Dorsey's Twitter wasn't sufficiently committed to the cause. A lawsuit brought on behalf of that boy, joined by another young plaintiff allegedly exploited on the platform. The more she delved into the two cases, the more she began to believe that Twitter was complicit in their exploitation. These young men were on the brink of suicide. It was being shared around their schools. Cybersecurity data analyst Andrea Stroppa, founder of the cybersecurity group Ghost Data, who helped Twitter root out accounts that posted content exploiting children, told the Daily Wire that Musk is doing more than his predecessors to address the problem. I found that the old Twitter in many cases related to child sexual abuse material published on the platform by malicious users. Instead of suspending the whole account, just remove the tweet, Stroppa said. Now Twitter under Elon Musk's leadership directly suspends the accounts. So this is who the quartering is going after.
She herself was on the receiving end of this bad behavior. How? Was anybody actually arrested for this? What did that actually look like? See, these are questions I never would have asked a week ago. The internet's asking, under the hashtag free the quartering on Twitter, the internet's digging into all sorts of things, including the fact that you look at here, that an open secret has gone after. People are finally waking up to what we said about Eliza Blue Moreland in 2001 and 2022. We revealed that she was lying. This is according to them. We revealed that she was lying repeatedly about a widely used method for detecting bad behavior and material. After lying about a widely used method for detecting bad material, Eliza refused to respond and immediately blocked us. We explained how Eliza is lying about her reason for refusing to name the people that took advantage of her. Facts are that naming the person that took advantage of her would make her safer, not put her at risk.
What? Okay, so abuse 101. No one who is a victim is under any fucking obligation to have to tell you information for you to have to believe them. Like for you to be on the other end and be like, I mean, unless you're gonna name names, pretty much you could be lying. Could be lying about the whole thing. If you're not gonna, if you name the names, it's better for everyone. I mean, hey, your victims won't be able to attack you again.
I don't disagree with that. Why wouldn't you name the person? Maybe there are a bunch of reasons why, but it's just like we always say, like,
oh, I don't know, safety, trauma, PTSD, whole host of reasons. Here's the thing, though, doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to you as someone who is not involved in it in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, we'll file a police report. You know, all I've heard is that her pictures were used against her will or something like that. I don't know. But again, I wouldn't be asking these questions if she didn't take advantage of her position within Twitter higher ranks and knowing Elon Musk to censor and ban people she doesn't like. That's what this is, by the way. I have never had any kind of issue.
Hey, what up, the Letter Hack? Yeah, I ordered it off your online store. Everyone, you should go check out the Letter Hack's channel and Twitter account. Really, that's where I go for most of the art. But he also does live art streams. But I was hoping to find all the other ones that you've done. I wanted to get that giant one with everybody, with all the lefty hosts. But this was the one I ended up ordering. So yeah. But everyone, go check out the Letter Hack. He's awesome.
With this woman before, what she didn't like is that I stood up for a smaller creator. And I love Brittany, but I don't know her. We don't.
But I'm in love with her.
We've been in the same live stream once or twice ever.
Holy shit, this is like blowing up on Tim Pool's Reddit right now. Is Eliza Blue a fraud? Didn't know much about her prior to going on Timcast, but just recently found out in the 2000s. She dated the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. Also, during that time, she auditioned for American Idol. Is she just a new conservative voice and her story is authentic, or is she grifting? The human trafficking portion of the story is so weird. Look, I'm all for fighting human trafficking, regardless of who's doing it, but based on the dates of her past influencer stages, it doesn't add up. Who knows? It could be that her story is too traumatic to share, and we don't have the full picture. In her past online influencer stages, she started out as an emo, but then she went into an Instagram fitness. Doesn't add up. Also, now is doing human trafficking advocacy, conservative commentating. Her other known aliases are this and this. What's going on? Jesus Christ. So this is why I guess it might be hard to be a human trafficking, advocate on the right, like to get into right-wing circles and be like, hey, human trafficking bad. And like, well, of course, but what are you saying? Well, I'm just saying we should fight human trafficking and probably take a firm stance, against anyone who might be involved in it. Well, how far are we going here? Are you gonna go against the free speech? Because that's the most important thing, right?
It's not like she's my ride or die homie, but she didn't like that I stuck up for her. And so she used whatever the same method to ban Brittany to ban me. My account remains unaccessible. We kept explaining and presenting facts. Reverse Match has to detect this kind of stuff. Facts. People like Eliza are simply not credible.
Why were you locked out? Are you going to say that? Are you going to say, what can we know that? Because here's what happens. There's a TOS on Twitter, and it's enforced for a variety of different things based on a variety of things that aren't consistent. So it's not as if people who, should be kicked off the platform, even prior to Elon's takeover, were necessarily kicked off. In fact, some people who were doing very dangerous stuff, like sarcastic terrorism, libs of TikTok, higher right check, they were given special privilege. Their accounts weren't allowed to be deleted. We learned that from the Twitter files. So that being said, under Elon, now it's kind of like Elon's wishes. It's no longer like, it's still under the control of a very small amount of people. In this case, one person. Elon can be like, I grant you clemency. I don't grant you clemency. And so in this case, we seem to have a prominent right-wing figure that has Elon's powers and ear, and now that person has gone after the quartering. But the quartering hasn't lost his account, by the way. He's locked out, apparently.
When they go through multiple, entirely different personalities on the internet every few years. Eliza Blue Morthland repeatedly promoted a complete lie following the completion of the Twitter acquisition by Elon Musk. She claimed the top 3 hashtags used to advertise bad material on Twitter had been removed by an automated process. We got a tip which demonstrated Eliza was lying. We tweeted this thread on November 30th, 2022, which refers to the Eliza Blue Morthland spread on social media, which went viral. In January, NBC News investigation we kickstarted through CNBC was published. It demonstrated that Eliza Blue Morthland was lying when she spread the lie that Twitter had removed these 3 hashtags as they were still rampant. Eliza Blue Morthland, her viral lie exposed and confirmed by investigation, began going into meltdown mode immediately after the NBC report was published, showing this piece. I saw that an Elon Musk hit piece about this stuff on Twitter. 2 questions, blah, blah, blah. Why is the corporate press asking these questions? Okay. Eliza Blue Morthland is a grifter. This is what they said. That's not my opinion. Who repeatedly lies about very basic fact-checkable things.
I'm trying to find these articles. I don't see them. Like, there's not a lot of Eliza Blue in Google News. If I search for Eliza Blue, Twitter backs human trafficking advocate Eliza Blue, despite the Daily Beast. It's time for the Twitter files to focus on porn stars. Musk has posted gushing conversations with Eliza Blue, self-proclaimed human trafficking advocate. While Blue checks whine about extremism, Elon Musk is protecting sexually exploited children. Opinions. This is an opinion piece by Eliza Blue, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, okay, so this is in your own words. It's not an article on you. Trafficking survivor has a hard question for Twitter advisors. Marilyn Manson's ex-Rose McGowan accuses that there's very little information. Doesn't the court regularly lie? He does, which is why this is a very interesting place to be in, because we have Eliza Blue, who is a human traffic, by her own admonition, a human traffic rights advocate and victim herself, of which I have no reason to disbelieve that she is a victim of human trafficking or child exploitation. And then we have the quartering saying the entire thing is made up and a lie, and his source on this is an open secret. Which I think is the name of anti-Hollywood hit piece video, and open secret.
There's nothing wrong with financial support. Just don't be like Eliza Blue Morthland. She lies, claims that she didn't receive any financial benefit. However, her locals minimum is $50 a year, and she has many donors.
Oh, what is the person who did Deliver Us from Evil? I love that documentary. Okay, so an open secret is a documentary, blah, blah, blah. Talk about the sexual abuse of a child actor in a TV interview. Berg's 2006 film, Deliver Us from Evil, was a documentary on systemic child abuse in the Catholic Church. It's been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Documentary. An Open Secret has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. So is this the same An Open Secret from the documentary? An Open Secret thing? Twitter.com. As you can tell, I'm doing research in real time, everybody. We have to stick to the facts. Facts and figures. The film Hollywood doesn't want you to see. Hollywood pedophiles and convicted sex offenders, linked below. Owner and producer, Gab Hoff. So were you actually like a conservative the whole time? I enjoyed your first documentary. Hedge fund manager, owner and producer of the documentary film An Open Secret. Type the noticing into your search. The other cesspool of rampant anti-Semitic hatred on Twitter. Advertising spent on Twitter dropped by 71%. Anti-Nick Fuentes, okay. That's good. Twitter suspended Nick Fuentes. Oh, he went on a... Is that why he went on a Spaces? Earlier in the Twitter Space tonight, before praising Hitler 3 times, Nick Fuentes was given a blue check, making it clear he is totally with Ye and his plans to go DEFCON 3. He also says Twitter access is enabling him to go to war. Ah, well, that didn't last long. Seems like Elon takes a firm stance, not against anti-Semitism, but against Ye. I don't know if this person is conservative. This doesn't look like conservative posting. Kevin McCarthy loses the vote. It will represent a humiliating confirmation of his weakness. Competent leaders able to spread their membership and count votes. Okay, wait, maybe. New results. Definitely into stocks. Like you're into... Oh, the Epoch Times. Okay, here we go. Tesla. Yeah, okay, so maybe you are. Still, interesting. That was a good documentary, the very first one. Yeah, hedge fund. Yes, automatic sus. Interesting read about Eliza Blue. People are finally waking up to what we said about Eliza Blue, Morthland in 2021. We exposed Eliza for lying repeatedly about a widely used method of detecting sexual abuse. After lying about a widely used method for detecting CSIM, she refused to respond, blocked us. We explained Eliza's lying about a reason for refusing to name her alleged abusers. No, that one is fucking... Again, a victim never has to name their abusers for you to have to, believe them. Facts are that naming the abuser would make her safer and not put her at risk. That's not your decision to make or claim. 2022, Eliza kept lying about a commonly used method of detecting CSAM child porn. We kept explaining, presenting actual facts. The EU is using child sexual abuse to excuse privacy rights violations. Facts are facts. People like Eliza are not credible when they go through multiple entirely different personalities on the internet. You still don't have any evidence, though. Like, I don't see any smoking guns here. NBC News reported that we kickstarted through NBC published to demonstrate Eliza Blue was lying, that she spread the viral lie and removed those hashtags. More details, January 6th. One user posted 20 tweets promoting the material and other searchable hashtags, selling the child porn collection in a tweet. The tweet remained up for a week. Her viral lie exposed by investigation. Why didn't the corporate press care enough? This is all circumstantial, though. There are no, like, you have zero smoking guns here. I mean, this feels like a lot of deceptive people all fighting each other, you know? Like, the never-ending fucking right-wing civil war continues to expand.
4 days later, Twitter responded and removed the 3 hashtags used to advertise this type of stuff. Eliza Blue more than lied about this. We got Eliza's lie accomplished for real in the real world. You can also see this. Allegedly her ex-boyfriend called in. I don't really care about that noise, okay? I care.
Oh, you're so noble.
About stuff like this, posted by Brit. At Pashed Mode.
Curious, he's still using Twitter for his videos. Elon Musk blasted for Twitter banning free speech. But is this his Twitter account? Or is this... No, he's not. This is clearly a burner account. Look right there.
Potatoes.
His account's not gone. He said he's locked out of it. Which could be true.
Responding to Eliza. Great.
Can you... Still hasn't said for what, though. I'm still curious about that.
Update us on the Humanity House you allegedly opened? There seems to only be 2 tweets about it. It's my pleasure to announce that Humanity House is now a home. Give me your tired. I lift up my lamp besides the go, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for sharing, Andrew Yang. Thank you for everything. I opened a safe house. I named it the Humanity House as a nod to you. Please keep up your good work. Maybe it is open. Maybe it exists.
Has Jeremy blocked me? No. I never got
this person writes,
He muted me.
We have heard.
I know he's muted me because he's shown me on his videos on me before, where you can see that he's muted me, and then he unmutes me.
And have we heard anything on the Humanity House? Like Britt said, all we got was 2 tweets, and then it's never.
Okay, what does this have to do with anything? How did you get banned?
And I'm.
Our video got released. That was good.
Hey, Eliza, care to explain how the rap video you were in was non-consensual when at the time of its release you were saying you were happy about it? In no way do I believe she was actually a trafficking victim and her grift hurts actual victims.
Piece to the puzzle. I'm really happy that the world saw our video got released. That was good. Piece to the puzzle.
But again, this isn't proof of anything. She received fundraising from Felicia Killings, who was arrested and charged with several felony counts of unlawful sex with a minor. Killings received a plea deal to avoid having to register as a sex offender. Eliza received funding from a literal groomer.
Behavior. I don't know if that's true or not.
But I'm going to put it out there. Random Twitter accounts. All right. Have at it. Hopefully my fans watching aren't going to...
Can I get a countdown?
Take anything too seriously. He did a live stream. Look at this.
Omar says, I lost 20. Talked about.
It's like, it never ceases to shock me, the obscene amounts of cash if you were like on the right, even you know, center right liberal streams where people are just like flooding it with cash. Like there's not a fuck ton of outside sources and or huge people flooding you with money when you're talking about shit that's anti-capitalist. When you're like, yeah, well, my message doesn't really get the Koch brothers funding, you know? It doesn't. I mean, I know everyone is like, well, doesn't Soros fund all the left? Unfortunately, that's just an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. It's not actually true. No, there's not a single streamer or YouTube content creator who does leftist shit who gets Soros checks. But I don't think you're actually revealing. No, you're hawking, but you're not actually revealing any new information.
Quote:
Clean up your room.
So it's clearly you're going after Eliza. I just want to know what you got banned for. I don't think that's unreasonable. Twitter doubles down on my ban. Elon Musk threatens. Gets ominous about threat on Twitter. Epic Bulk fails. Steven Crowder reveals. New shocking details about my ban. Given insane powers to Eliza. Oh, so this has been going on for a while. I've been banned.
Well, new boss, same as the old boss, apparently.
This is all super sad because I don't know if you all were following along the quartering. Like, he went on a complete drunken tirade when he thought that Elon Musk was willingly stepping down of his own accord because of that poll. And when the poll was like, you know, first Elon Musk puts out a poll being like blah blah blah, and then he just gets demolished. Then he's like, oh, I must have phrased it wrong, gave too many options, puts out another second Twitter poll, I will step down based on the results of this poll. And then obviously that one he left going for a couple days. And then the Quartering did this whole like, he released a video, and he's taking it down now, but it's so sad. It's like him wasted. He's like, can't sleep, won't go to bed, and I'm disgusted, ashamed of all my colleagues. No one is willing to fight for this. This is the biggest battle for free speech on the internet. I need every one of you to make videos. Why aren't you making videos? We could all release videos now to get this poll and make sure that Elon Musk stays on as CEO of the thing. Like, it's absolutely hilarious. It's some of the funniest comedy on the internet. And I think it had good results, because subsequently he said that he's really reduced and cut down on the amount of drinking as a result of how public that flail was. And so it's wild that it went from that to this, you know, how we've come full circle to now Space Karen is no longer free speech daddy.
Public figure. And what's interesting to me is that this person has gone on to talk about how they are just a massive free speech advocate. Huge, just huge free speech advocate. You know, in fact, tweeting, quote, I want to be crystal clear. I'll die on the hill of free speech. The government cannot remove it. The WEF cannot remove it. Free speech is an inalienable human right, with or without both the government and the WEF. They tweeted this on January 20th. And you might be wondering, you know, what this individual, you know, might look like. I mean, I have a recent photo here. And, you know, here is a recent photo. Now, this individual has appeared on Timcast IRL and has recently kind of...
This is Jack Murphy. He used to be the darling child of the right, was on Tim Pool's show all the time. Basically, he was like the Luke Rudkowski before Luke Rudkowski became like the mainstream third co-host besides Ian, aka Moonlord. But the reason they turned on Jack wasn't the reasons they should have. Like the shit that he would say, basically being like, women at 16 are fertile, and that's the way it was for thousands of years. Why aren't we allowed to, you know, date 16-year-olds in certain countries? The age of consent is lower. That should have been enough. But they don't care about that shit. That shit's all awesome and based, apparently, according to them. They were really upset that it turned out he was a cuck. Like a literal cuck, like he was into both cucking and also wrote articles in favor of cucking. Basically sex positive shit, as in like, hey, there's nothing wrong with whatever, as long as you're not harming other people. Your kinks are, and you know, as long as you practice them within a safe environment consensually with other people, then fine, you know, go you do you. That should be your shit. But the right couldn't handle it, and then they melted down, and then it became known as Cuckgate, and all of them turned on him, and he's never been on the Tim Pool show since. And he went on like Eliza Schaefer and back when she was a co-host, Sydney Watson's show. I mean, that show doesn't even exist anymore. Eliza Schaefer got dropped from The Blaze for sexual assault. Man, it's pretty wild that so much has happened, you know? A lot of different, it's a different world now. That show no longer exists. Either way, that's some internet history for all of you with this person. Which the Quartering never stopped, like, just fucking... I don't know if he was, like, jealous of the fact that Tim Pool liked him as a co-host, because the Quartering always wants to be on Tim Pool's show, but rarely gets allowed to, and has kind of gotten demoted.
Being like the bosom buddy of Elon Musk, which is extremely concerning to me. So,
I love that the right are all fighting each other, by the way. It's
you
so
may or may
great.
not like Brittany Venti. It's not really about that. It's about riding with your fellow content creators. I decided that I would also post a picture from a publicly available YouTube video in solidarity because, well...
So, he did what he did again. The Quartering, previously, if you also didn't know this, posted a whole bunch of porn of this individual on the Twitter without his consent. Now, his argument is that, well, it's a publicly available video. Anyone can publicly buy it on the internet. Totally normal for me to do that, for me to post that on the internet. And then I think the first time that ever happened, it was one of those, like, he used to have just nights where he would hit the sauce. He would go hard, and then you could just see just a stream of tweets flowing. Like if people who loved you knew what was happening, they would take your phone away. They would make sure you were so far away from your phone before this took place. And then there would always be either like before he went to bed or the next morning, the mass delete of everything. And so that's how I think he got away with the first time he did it. I guess this time he got roasted for once again posting like revenge porn. Now his argument of being like this porn was porn that he made and was selling, sure, that doesn't give you the permission if someone is no longer making that publicly available or no longer wants it to be out there or no longer wants it to be for sale, and it's not owned by a third party, as in like it's not being distributed by someone else who already owns the rights to that porn, because companies can buy the rights to your likeliness, you sign contracts, you do those porns, then yes, Brazzers owns your porn. You can't then say, I don't want that porn to be out there anymore. Sorry, that now Brazzers owns it. I mean, that's fucked in regards to maybe your contract was really bad, but that's just the legal reality of the situation. That's different than if you have an OnlyFans or you make a video or you release a video and then you then stop and you're like, I don't want to do that. I close my account, I shut this all down. Then no, the quartering does not have permission to take pictures of it and then post that online.
This is wrong. Thinking, well, this person wouldn't be foolish enough. Not going to be foolish enough to strike my account. I mean, this would be like one of the worst Streisand effects in history. And they did. I also have been locked out of my account, and I am not deleting the tweet. So if this means I can never use Twitter again...
I knew it! I knew it! I didn't want to say it. Fuck, I should have said it at the start. Oh, man. I was like, I bet you this is like Jordan Peterson or Charlie Kirk or fucking Tucker. All of them. They get locked out of their accounts, and then it's like, I refuse. I refuse to delete the tweet. It's like, you fucking babies. You're all babies. What worlds do you live in? This is fucking... It's not as bad as Steven Crowder being like, hey, Mr. Crowder, here's a contract, $50 million. And him being like, what? Terms? Flim-flaw. Blah, blah, blah. Violating the rules. Posting or sharing privately produced and distributed intimate media. No shit. Yes. Of course. What the fuck? What did you expect?
Fine. Like, this isn't this. I'm not allowing somebody to abuse the rules like this. This is why it's so important to me, by the way, that people join my mailing list. I have 220,000 people on Twitter that now I can't get a hold.
Oh, yeah. So once again, ramp up the grift. Man, not only do you get people to do the grift alongside you, fucking, like, look at this shit. Like I said, free the quartering, it's trending even higher. So this morning when I woke up, this had like 5,000 so many tweets, and now it's hashtag free the quartering. It's absolutely wild to me. All right, we need to saturate some facts and figures in the midst of this. Let's take this one. Let's get the screenshot. I have been banned and threatened by lawsuit by Eliza Blue and Elon Musk. Put this one. Get this picture up on there. His name's Jack Murphy, right? Jack Murphy. I mean, I've seen enough. We have the facts now. By the way, Jack Murphy's a massive weirdo fucking creep. I'm happy that he fell from grace. I mean, it's fucked up that he fell from grace for reasons why no one should, but if you deal all day in the right, like Jack Murphy is one of those fucking, he used to sell like courses for men to become better men through grip strength. To be like, you have to improve your grip strength, bros. Only the mightiest of men have the biggest of hands and the strongest of grip strength for you. When you shake a man's hand, you truly know how strong he is. And then it's like, oh, so he's doing the thing, the Andrew Tate thing, you know, we are true men. We want trad wives. Well, it turns out that doesn't play when you happen to be a sex-positive sex worker in the past or a cuck in the past. And in both cases, the right is like, no! Oh, the ultimate shame! Oh no! Another man hath penetrated your woman! What? Banished!
Like, this isn't... I'm not allowing somebody to abuse the rules like this.
So it's Jeremy and Steven against the rest of Big Con. Oh yeah, they're partnering. He's already announced that he's working with Steven Crowder on Steven Crowder's new, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a YouTube alternative? Rumble? Is it going to be a Daily Wire? How about all of them?
This is why it's so important to me, by the way, that people join my mailing list. I have 220,000 people on Twitter that now I can't get.
Blah, blah, blah.
I mean, if you value my content, and if you want to be able to, you know, if somebody takes my platform away, be able to hear from me. So I also got violating the rules against posting or sharing me. What was the media I shared? I'll show you right now. A publicly available YouTube video. Okay. Publicly available and currently live on the internet. A music video published sitting, I guess the artist is Q-Tip. I don't know. I guess I've heard that name before. A video filmed by video. So again, posted by WorldStar. A lot of the comments in here also pointing out, look, I don't care that she did some video vixen video. I don't care that she's got her whole cakes hanging out. I don't care about that stuff. I don't even, I'm even unfamiliar with the past. You know, she's gone by 4 different names. Did you know that? You may know her as Eliza Blue, but she's also gone by Eliza Cuts, several other names. Her father is a politician. You know, this is all stuff that I didn't want to talk about, didn't have to talk about. But if you're gonna, you know.
Okay, let's see it again. Sorry, I just want to see the comment response. This is why, like, it's fucked up. This is similar to the Jack Murphy situation. I'm going to address this one time and one time only. A non-consensual photo was posted to me yesterday on Twitter. The photo has been removed, the source of the photo has also been contacted, and I'm preparing to escalate to the fullest extent of the law. Twitter did an outstanding job and they were excluded from legal action. There won't be anyone else involved. I take things the way and I have no chill. I'm a survivor advocate. Doesn't stop with advocating for myself as a survivor. I'd encourage my enemies to study the law. I've been for many years. I might stop from making rookie mistakes in the future. So this individual basically has now, after the fact, after making or starring in this music video, stated that what occurred or occurred within the set or behind the scenes while making that music video was non-consensual, and that it was a form of abuse, and has subsequently said that they do not want pictures of that being posted. Again, because you're dealing with the quartering, who now is on a full-on crusade to be like, not only were you not abused, not only is there zero evidence of this, but I'm now going to go on the attack. So now I'm locked out of my account. You know, hashtag free the quartering. We're starting a movement because I refuse to delete the tweet. Once again, I refuse to delete the tweet because I can grift off it. The whole thing, you can propel this whole thing. He's what, 3 or 4 videos of content worth it. He's got a top trending hashtag, 10,000 people talking about hashtag free the quartering. It's going
To talk about. But if you're gonna,
okay, so why is the video still up? Because the video is most likely owned by a studio. The video is most likely owned by a music studio that has the copyright on it. And if Eliza is reaching, like you said, to the highest levels to go after it, well, then that's a completely separate topic than the quartering, right?
gonna, you know, take advantage of the YouTube copyright system, and you can see here's Brittany's video. Same thing, your account has been locked, posting or sharing privately produced images. It is not a privately produced image. It is a public video, a music video of this individual. If you have a problem with this music video existing, Eliza Blue, okay?
But you're looking at this on the Internet Archive. Is this still up? Hold on. Now we get to the root of the problem. WSHH Eye Candy. World Star Eye Candy tryouts. Nope. 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 No, the video is taken down, I think. What about this YouTube channel? Artyom Vanukov. No, I can't see the channel either. So I think what's happened here is this used to be up. You're looking at a picture on the Internet Archives, right? Like if I type in the exact URL, let's see. That's why. That's why, Jeremy. It's not publicly available. You're looking at an archived version of the website. The website has been taken down.
Why don't you go ahead and strike that video down? You know, why don't you go?
She did. Clearly. Or someone did. It's gone now. It has been struck. Again, you were on screen, you were showing footage of the Internet Archives.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demo, Mark Harmon, Benji Arney, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Marianne McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tal, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojack, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Nkosin, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.